This is an ABP Live Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of our Valentine's Week special, Bollywood Binge and Beyond. And today we have a very special guest with us who is known for her cute doodles, Minty, her cute dog, and her cute personality. That is, drum roll please, Neha Sharma, who we better know as Neha Doodles. Hi Neha, welcome to Bollywood Binge and Beyond. I am so excited to have you here on my show.
Thank you so much, Niharika, for that cute introduction. And I am honored to be here.
So Neha, I think you already know why you are here on Bollywood Binge and Beyond today, right?
Yes.
So the reason here is that we are going to have some fun conversation together and some fun time together and have some interesting secrets being spilled and gossip. Okay?
Yep.
So let's get started. Let's start with some fun questions. The first and the very obvious question here is, what are your Valentine's Day plans?
I think single people care more about Valentine's than like people in relationships. And without disclosing if I'm single or like in a relationship, I will say I'm just going to like stay home and like order something from Swiggy or Zomato. Though when I think of it, I think isse pata chal raha hai ki if I'm single or in a relationship.
It's not exactly being, मतलब इतना भी obvious नहीं है, because you can be on a date at home as well. That's not an issue.
So that is definitely true. I just feel I would rather go on a date any other day rather than Valentine's Day, because like Valentine's Day is so hyped. मतलब हर एक couple Valentine's Day पे निकल रहा है. There are like Valentine's Day specific menus. People are charging more for the same services. Har jagah traffic jams. I will like the same as with New Year's or any other day. I think I am very boring that way.
I don't think it's boring. I think it's like, matlab, your point makes sense. Why hype a special day? Why make a day so special when you can actually have special days every day? Something of that sort, right?
True.
Okay, so at what age did you celebrate your first Valentine's Day?
I don't think anybody has ever asked me that. मैंने कभी सोचा ही नहीं है इस बारे में तो यार. I think in class 10th or like class 9th, I think I was 16 or 17 years old.
Okay.
Now that I come to think of it, rapid fire मेरे लिए नहीं है. मैं तो बहुत time लगाती हूँ सोचने में.
अरे कोई बात नहीं, आप आराम से चिल्लो कि we are here to just sit and talk. तो कोई ऐसी टेंशन नहीं है. We'll just have a nice conversation.
Done. ठीक है.
Okay. Have you ever had to lie at home to sneak out for a date on Valentine's Day? If yes, then what was the lie that you used?
I have to always lie, not just Valentine's Day. हमेशा ऐसे मैं कभी सच बोल के मतलब I don't have a family where I'll be like कि अरे I have a boyfriend and I'm going on a date. I always have to lie. And Valentine's Day पे I think इसलिए भी I don't like Valentine's Day. झूठ बोलना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता. You can't say group study, you can't say friends के साथ hang out. So I think the only times that I've ever managed to celebrate Valentine's Day without lying at home is when मेरी actual में class होती थी कभी किसी चीज की, और फिर उसके बाद I used to like hang out या फिर class bunk करके I used to hang out. So very tricky question.
I think that used to be the easiest way out on Valentine's Day कि college है.
True.
And then उसके बाद you can plan out something. So I think that's the easiest way.
And also I think the key here is to never mention Valentine's Day at home. Be very chill about it. कि अच्छा आज है क्या, मतलब मैंने तो consider ही नहीं किया था कि आज तो अलग सा दिन है.
It was not even on my mind. ऐसा मतलब okay.
हाँ, मतलब आप क्यों सोच रहे हो इस बारे में? मैंने तो नहीं सोचा.
That's right. Okay, so who has been one of your biggest celebrity crushes?
Growing up, like when I used to watch a lot of Harry Potter, I was in love with Tom Felton. To the extent that I would just like on the back of my notebook, I used to write Neha loves Tom or ऐसे heart banana.
That's so cute.
I was crazy about him.
Okay, so have you ever been on any of these dating apps?
No, not really. Like, matlab, I have been there on like a few apps to say network and like make friends, but not to sort of, look for companionship and hooking up. And
Oh,
No.
okay. So, what has been one of the cheesiest pickup lines someone has ever used to woo you?
Nobody has ever used a pickup line on me. I am किसी ने कभी यूज ही नहीं करी है.
Just someone who
बहुत
slid in your
ही.
DMs and tried to woo you.
हाँ, वो तो फिर those people was like hi beautiful dear और ये वाले जो DMs आते हैं और like those some people who just WhatsApp forwards नहीं होते वो जो good morning फूल लगा हुआ है साथ में good morning वो भेजेंगे. फिर कुछ अंकल तो are very nice, they approach you with Hare Krishna good morning. So मतलब ऐसी चीजें तो होती है but like जैसे sitcoms में दिखाते हैं you are like at a bar and somebody like comes up to you and says like a very cheesy pickup lines, and then you have these adventurous lives where like you have very interesting content for podcasts. I think that hasn't happened to me yet.
I think that's also very, matlab, I don't know, fairy tale is the right word, but fantasy kind of a thing, fantasy situation, because
Yeah.
has it ever happened to anyone? I really want to know. Like, या फिर ये सिर्फ sitcoms में ही होता है?
I think people who are like very I think outgoing lives would probably be encountering this. मेरे को तो ऐसे अच्छा experience तो नहीं हुआ, मतलब something that I could just like remember and be like ये मेरे को बताना है अपने अगले इंटरव्यू में, ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ.
कोई बुरा एक्सपीरियंस ऐसा हुआ तो, like funny or embarrassing?
यार I think I'm on the wrong telecast आज.
Nothing like that.
I haven't had these many experiences regarding to people approaching me or me approaching people. And embarrassing situation अगर हुई होगी ना तो मेरे को बहुत सही coping mechanism है मेरा कि I just forget about it. याद ही नहीं रखना कुछ embarrassing हो रहा है तो मेरे साथ. तो मतलब ऐसा बहुत हुआ है लाइफ में embarrassing चीजें, बट मैं ना ऐसे ये कि बार बार तुम उसको रिकॉल करते रहो ना तो बस जाता है दिमाग में. मेरा है कि सोचो ही मत. Let's not even think about it. It will be erased from my memory.
I like that, and I'm going to use that for myself as well. Okay, so now I'm going to give you some situations and you have to tell me how will you react to them, okay?
Okay.
It's your first date with a guy and you both plan on watching a film and he asks you to choose it. Which film will you choose?
So I am a sucker for animation movies, and also I can't stand like very long movies. Like 3-3.5 घंटे की movie हो रही है, and animation movies are short. So I would love like a Ghibli studio movie or like a Disney or like a Pixar. So I like an animation movie for sure.
Nice, and they're cute as well. So I think
Yeah.
good idea. Okay, so the second situation is, imagine your school crush calls you up on one fine day and asks you out. What will be your reaction?
I will definitely say no, because school में ना crushes पता नहीं क्यों होते थे, and now when you look back and like see कि यार इस लड़के में क्यों था crush, ये देखो जरा. तो absolutely not. I have like none of my school crushes is now approved by the current Neha Doodles. I'm like, nahi, no, sorry.
Okay. It's Valentine's Day and you have the opportunity to have a dinner date with anyone in this whole world. Any celebrity, any author, anyone. Absolutely anyone. Whom would you choose and why?
I would choose Kim Soo Hyun. I'm like, he's a K-drama actor and I love him. Like, I'm obsessed with this person.
Okay, great. So the next game is, now what I will do is I'll give you a few options and you have to choose a particular one. It's a game of would you rather. Okay?
Okay.
So would you rather go out on a date with Bunny from YJHD or Ved from Tamasha?
Both of them are equally fucked up. इतनी मेहनत करनी यार. What is this question? I think Ved from Tamasha, also because I don't like Ye Jawani Hai Diwani.
Okay. Unpopular opinion though, but I like it.
Ha, very unpopular opinion.
Okay. So the second one is, would you rather get to script your favorite TV show's Valentine's Day episode, or would you get to be a part of your favorite show's Valentine's Day episode?
Definitely would want to be a part. मुझे नहीं लिखनी कोई perfect हो. मुझे होना, मुझे experience करनी है वो चीजें.
Very real. Okay.
Or anyways, I think, or also like Korean dramas are already like ऐसे like so dreamy and well written. So I would not want to rewrite. I would want to be a part of it. मुझे वो heroine को ऐसे उठाओ और मुझे डालो.
So which one is this show that we're talking about here?
Yeah, I think I'm just here to like spill all my cheesy, guilty pleasures. So
Please do. That's
there's
what we
this
are here for as well.
there's this show called True Beauty.
Okay.
उसमें डाल दो मुझे बस.
Okay, so the next one is, would you rather have your heart broken by your crush or be in a confusing love triangle?
Definitely confusing love triangle. Like two people fighting for you. What's better than that? Why would I rather have a situation in which my heart is being broken?
Maybe because
Confusing
confusing
love
love
triangle.
triangle, you have to choose one, that's why.
No. I like two people fighting over me looks like a very K-drama script. I am totally in for that.
Great. Okay. Would you rather have everyone hear your heartbeat out loud when you're near your crush, or would you have your crush hear your thoughts when they are near you?
Definitely not thoughts. Heartbeat is still fine. Thoughts तो मतलब पता ही चल जाएगा क्या सोच रही हूँ मैं. Heartbeat फिर भी ठीक है चलो. Like मेरे को ऐसे heart attack आ रहा है, cardiac arrest आ रहा है, ये फिर भी ठीक है. Thoughts are
Someone will
no.
call 911 at least.
Better to not be hearing me.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather be in a relationship with Jim Halpert from The Office or Jake Peralta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Oh God, ये तो बहुत difficult है. I love both of them.
I know.
But I would still choose Jake because like he wants to evolve. He is very emotionally evolved, and like every step of the way, like even with that episode in which Amy had faced sexual harassment, the way Jake handled it was very mature. With Jim, I think even though like he's very fun to be around, but I think he's not as emotionally evolved. He takes decisions without telling Pam and then just expects her to be on board. So definitely Jake.
Great decision, because honestly, same. I'm a huge actually, I have a huge crush on Jake Peralta. So I think मेरे लिए तो it's a difficult question, honestly. That's why I framed it this way. Honestly, for me, it has to be Jake Peralta.
Yeah. Also, he's more fun. Like he would want to take like these crazy adventures, and Jim would be like, मतलब पैसे खर्च हो रहे हैं, be very mature about it. Who wants that?
And since we're talking about Jake Peralta, that's leading on to my next scenario. Would you rather be proposed to like Chandler did to Monica, a rather simple way, or the way the Halloween heist happened and Jake proposed to Amy?
People are going to hate me. I don't like friends. So even if I did, I would definitely go the Halloween heist way. Matlab, this would be a dream come true. सोचो somebody going all this way, एक साल पहले से plan करना and पूरा का पूरा all this like this grand gesture. I would love that.
That's great.
मतलब सपने देखने में क्या जा रहा है, असली में नहीं होने वाला, but चलो सपने देख लेते हैं.
That's what our celebrity crushes are for, after all.
Yeah.
But what's the harm in dreaming?
Exactly.
Can you describe your ideal date?
I think even though I do love grand gestures, for a date, I just like something very calm and like soothing. But I do not really like being at home or like doing like calling somebody over or being at somebody's place. I would rather want to go out, have like a fancy dinner, but like very low key and very chill sort of a vibe.
That's great. So we talk about, like, in general, even in sitcoms, even when we see our friends dating around, so there are a lot of things that happen during a relationship that are considered cheesy. So what is that one thing that you can think of which is considered cheesy, but that is something that you might actually like?
I think being concerned over if the other person has eaten, especially if somebody has had like a bad day, that's considered very cheesy, but I like really like it. Just sort of care.
I think it's cute because when you've had a
Yeah,
bad day, I think you constantly keep on thinking about it, and probably the last
yeah,
thing on your mind is to eat. And if someone's concerned about that, I think that's really cute.
exactly. And also like this thing where people just ask, "Are you home yet?" or like text me when you're home. That's really cute.
Yeah. Okay, so can you describe any of the worst dates that you've ever had, or something that you really disliked while you were on a date?
I think I just generally dislike when all people talk about is themselves and they're like least interested in knowing about you.
Hmm.
So that is definitely like a very bad experience, even in general, not just a date. Like if people are not interested in what you have to say, it just puts me off.
I think it's anyway kind of a turn off. That's what we are here for. We are here to talk, whether it's about
Exactly.
friends or whether it's just on it being on a date. I think it's about two people talking, a dialogue and not a monologue. So it is a turn off.
Exactly. Also, a lot of people try to like impress you on the first date itself with um talking about things that they've achieved.
Yeah.
So I would rather be let me learn this from myself of like what your achievements are and like slip that into a conversation like in a way that doesn't feel like you're boasting about yourself.
Hmm. Hmm. I think that's very
That
important,
make yeah,
because if the other person starts feeling inferior, then wahi pe I think वो पूरा process ही उल्टा हो गया कि कहाँ you were thinking कि you will be impressed, the other person would be impressed by your boasting,
yeah.
and वहां पे सब कुछ उल्टा हो जाता है.
Yeah. Also, like I have this very weird गजनी मेमोरी लाइक मतलब मेरे को अगर कोई ऐसे पूछ ले कि व्हाट हैव यू डन इन लाइफ मैं तो कोई चार चीजें भी नहीं गिनवा सकती हूँ मतलब बहुत शॉर्ट टर्म मेमोरी आई लाइक think about things intentionally so like as soon as somebody starts talking about themselves and like uh, starts talking about the achievements they have made सबसे firstly तो I'm very impressed कि how do you remember all this like do you mug up your resume what do you do to remember all this and secondly I feel कि what should I say that also sounds impressive so it just feels like a competition कि मुझे
Hmm.
भी अब कुछ इसके बारे में बोलना but the conversation is not free flowing from my end
Yeah, you feel like you're being challenged.
yeah कि
And
अब तुमने क्या किया मैंने ये किया था तुमने क्या किया बताओ
exactly, and that's not something that I think girls would be impressed by.
I think nobody would be
Yeah.
it's just men I don't think somebody would like even like girls posting about this. It's just like a general phenomena.
And now the $1 million question that I think पता नहीं हमने कितनी reels and videos and memes and सब कुछ देखे हैं इस चीज पे. What do girls want out of a relationship?
I think girls just want to be cared for. People just want to be cared for. Like these all these mind games, especially like on these dating apps. कि कौन पहले मैसेज करेगा अब मैंने जो है अभी मैसेज किया था उसका रिप्लाई 1 घंटे बाद आया तो क्या मुझे अब 1 घंटा वेट करना चाहिए या अभी कर देना चाहिए या फिर like just like these mind games are so exhausting and
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants that and I just think girls want the other person to just like show that you care in conversation, in action, in like whatever. Like, don't like act distant and like emotionally unavailable. I think that is what girls want.
That's true. That's very true. And I think इतना ही अगर समझ जाएं सब लोग, so that
Yeah,
would actually save a lot of relationships, or
true.
end the ones that are not worth having. Okay, Neha, thank you so much. This was a great conversation, and I had a lot of fun, and honestly, it was very relatable because in a world where every other person is dating out there and is having the time of their life in relationships, I actually like to talk to someone who sort of relates to me, and it is really fun and honestly relatable. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much, Niharika. This is so out of my comfort zone. I've never done like an interview talking about relationships and like what do girls want and stuff. So this was definitely a very refreshing podcast interview. Like जो भी बोलोगे.
Thank you. Thank you so much.